Well, it's that time again. The Champions League is back tonight, and you've got massive clashes everywhere from Manchester to Milan. So, with all that action, where do you even start? We're going to break down the night into 3 key storylines to help you figure out exactly what to watch. So, how do you make sense of it all? Well, the way we see it, tonight's action really breaks down into 3 different stories. You've got your dominant heavyweights, your guaranteed goal fests, and, those tactical fortress showdowns. The real question is, where's the biggest drama going to unfold?
Okay, first up, let's talk about the matches where the big guns are expected to, well, flex their muscles. These are the fixtures with some really clear dominant favorites who are definitely looking to make a statement.
So we're going to start at the Etihad, where, let's be honest, Manchester City are just relentless in Europe. But this one, it's not just about tactics. The real story here, the human drama, it kind of writes itself. I mean, Dortmund aren't just up against a high-possession machine. They're facing their former superstar, Erling Haaland. That is a massive psychological hurdle to get over.
All right, now let's head over to Barcelona, because you've got a similar dynamic playing out there. Xavi's young side is just electric to watch. I'm talking about their attack, driven by guys like Lamine Yamal and Yamal Félix. It's all about relentless, high-tempo pressure. So the question for Club Brugge, it's simple, but it's huge. Can their deep defensive block actually withstand that kind of onslaught for a full 90 minutes?
And look, this quote pretty much says it all, right? It really illustrates the confidence surrounding Barcelona tonight. This isn't just someone predicting a win. It's a prediction for a commanding 3-0 victory. The expectation is crystal clear, just total dominance from start to finish. Now, over in Italy, it's a really similar story for Inter Milan. Their biggest strength, that fluid attack. You've got Lautaro Martinez and Marcus Thuram just constantly interchanging, and it creates absolute chaos for defenses. The thing is, Kairat Almaty, they just don't have the pace or the squad depth to keep up with that level of movement. It's a tough ask.
And finally, rounding out our heavyweight section, we've got Villarreal. Here, it really is all about that European pedigree. I mean, the Yellow Submarine just knows how to navigate these nights. Their creative midfield should have more than enough to unlock the Pafos defense. At the end of the day, that gap in pure tactical experience, that's probably going to be the deciding factor.
All right, now for the really fun part. If you're a neutral fan and you're just looking for pure entertainment, these next few matches are the ones you absolutely cannot miss. Seriously, get ready for goals.
And this table here really breaks down why these games are must-watch TV. Okay, first up, you've got Benfica versus Leverkusen. This is a clash of 2 teams who just live for the rapid counterattack. Expect lightning-fast transitions end to end. Then you've got Marseille and Atalanta. Both play this aggressive, high-tempo, direct style of football that just promises a physical and frantic game. And finally, you get Ajax's creative, attacking flair going up against the very real set-piece danger of Galatasaray. Honestly, each one of these matchups is just a recipe for an open, end-to-end game. So what's the key takeaway here? Simple. Defense is probably going to be an afterthought. If you tune into any of these 3 games, just don't be surprised to see the ball hit the back of the net multiple times. For both sides. Okay, our final theme for the night is what we're calling the Fortress. These are the games where that home atmosphere and some serious tactical discipline really takes center stage. You should expect tense, hard-fought battles here. So what exactly makes a Fortress match? Well, it all starts with an absolutely electric crowd that fuels a high-tempo press right from kickoff. But, and this is key, that's paired with immense tactical control. We're talking about defenses that stay compact, patient, and super disciplined. And the result? It's often a tense, low-scoring chess match. And honestly, the prime example of this is Newcastle at St. James's Park. They have turned that stadium into an absolute fortress. The intensity they generate both from the crowd and from their on-pitch press is just suffocating. So for a visitor like Athletic Club, the main challenge isn't just tactical, it's physical. It's can you actually match that relentless pace? Now, Chelsea, they offer a slightly different kind of fortress. At Stamford Bridge, it's a little less about that frantic energy and a lot more about controlled patience. They are so defensively compact and consistent, and this creates a totally different problem for Qarabag. They just might not have the top-level attacking quality you need to find a way through that organized blue wall. Okay, so we've definitely covered a lot of ground. Let's pull it all together now into a clear guide so you know exactly what to look for across Europe tonight.
So here it is, your viewing guide for tonight.
You want to see the big clubs put on a show? Focus on the heavyweights. You looking for just pure back and forth entertainment? Then you've got to flip over to the goal fests. And if you love a tense, tactical chess match, well, the Fortress games are for you.
And that brings us to the final question, doesn't it? We've talked all about these dominant favorites and these sure things, but come on, this is the Champions League. We all know anything can happen. So take a look at that list of heavyweights again. Which one do you think is on upset alert? Which one is most likely to slip up? That's the beauty of these European nights. Enjoy the games, everyone.